Nearly every single day, great white sharks are somewhere near a coastline. Here in California, many oceangoers are accustomed to seeing these creatures nearby. It is footage like this that is usually most popular on social media and here on YouTube. As someone that films these scenes pretty much daily, I can attest that these are not really the scenes that I learn the most from. For me, I find scenes without humans near sharks provides a greater picture of what I call the secret lives of great white sharks. Every day there are objects that many sharks likely have never seen enter their homes. Things like a Frisbee floating on the ocean can spark an incredible amount of curiosity in a shark. Natural things like this floating kelp provide extremely beautiful moments as well. But what makes a shark interested in an object that other sharks showed no interest in? This shark became interested in this pole. There were 4 other sharks nearby, but only this one wanted to investigate the object. And so for 30 minutes, this shark circled and even touched the pole for no discernible reason. It made me wonder, why this shark? And for 30 minutes on the same object? What is the shark doing? It's clearly not a meal. This got me to wonder if this individual shark is more likely to investigate objects. And if so, the idea that individuality in sharks intrigues me. Over the course of a few weeks, I made it a point to log just how curious this particular shark would be in its environment. I can say via observation that this shark demonstrates a much higher tendency to approach objects than other sharks in the immediate area. Here's a couple examples demonstrating this. This is a piece of floating kelp. The shark approached it several times. And it wasn't just that. Here it is again. This time it is approaching a research buoy. This is a real-time acoustic receiver owned by California State University Long Beach Shark Lab. Once again, this shark spent 30 minutes investigating the buoy. Why is this shark so prone to investigating everything in its path? Do sharks have personalities? A study in 2014 actually suggests they do. You can read that study in the video description below. If some sharks do in fact have a tendency to approach objects, does that make the shark more likely to approach a human? It's a fair question. It's also one that may be impossible to answer. In the past, I've noticed more curious behaviors among young juvenile white sharks. Usually, the larger ones have not, at least to my observation, been as engaging with random floating objects. That doesn't necessarily mean they don't, I just don't see it as frequently. In this example, it's the young shark and not the larger one that becomes interested in the object. The object here is a discarded Pepsi carton. Once again, I say it doesn't mean that larger sharks don't engage objects. Watch the following sequence. This is a near sub-adult-sized white shark that is extremely interested in a buoy. Over and over, the shark approaches it. This lasted around 15 minutes. What is interesting in all of these encounters is that it is actually quite rare for the shark to make contact. Most of the time they get close, but actual contact with the object they are investigating doesn't necessarily happen often. I'm not sure if it's because with each pass they figure out what the object is, and contact is not necessary to reach that conclusion. But not in this case. This white shark makes contact with the buoy on several occasions. This was truly a buoy versus shark situation. You can even see its mouth open slightly on this pass. Capturing this raw, unfiltered behavior is just an incredible experience that ironically only fuels my own curiosity about these creatures. From rubbing its nose on it to brushing it with its pectoral fins, it is clear the shark is gathering information. As this shark investigated the buoy one last time, I was able to capture the shot that I truly love. It is rare to see the white belly that these sharks get their name from, but here, in this moment, I got this beautiful view of the shark turning on its side. It rubs its nose, head, and fins on the buoy while turning its belly up. This is why it's known as the great white shark. And with that last pass, the shark moved on, eventually leaving the area, and leaving me with yet another reason why I love filming great white sharks. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy content like this, it really does help if you like, subscribe, and share the video. Your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you for watching.